I sent word to Vashabar about Nantharian's fate, and Tribune Alea's scouts report that the Recollection's on the run. However, the Daedric incursions from Mirrormoor continue unabated. I don't think Shard Marshal Vargas is done with us yet. Shard Marshal Vargas clearly intends to conquer Westweald for her prince. She made that quite apparent at Feldergard Keep. But there may be another motive for the incursions. If Vargas keeps us busy here, we can't interfere with Ithelia's plans. Ithelia said something about a loom and restoring what was lost. And her plan probably leads to the end of reality that Laramil keeps going on about. Let's take the fight to Ithelia, and maybe prevent whatever she has in mind. Are you with me? Take a look at the Skein of Secrets. If Ithelia returned to Mirrormoor, wherever that is, then perhaps the Skein can show us how to follow her. It's worth a try anyway. The Wood Elves aren't going to pack up and return to Valenwood, if that's what you're asking. Nantharian was wrong about many things, but there's room for Bosmer in Westweald. I think the Colovian neighbors will come to see that too. I think Vashabar is done with kings. Nantharian came from an old family in Silvenar, so the Bosmer who followed him accepted that title. I imagine they'll choose a new leader with a little more humility. Greenspeaker Daralith would be a good choice. Wendir? Does that mean anything to you, Laramil?
There are many hidden paths between the planes. I suspect the Skein of Secrets has showed us one. Prepare yourselves.
How exactly do we prepare ourselves for oblivion?
A good point. There is no telling what we may encounter. Still, that is our course. Fascinating. Wendir is another Ayleid ruin, but the Skein of Secrets offers no explanation beyond a mark on a map. A subtle tool indeed, worthy of the Lady of Whispers. I am curious, Proxy. What exactly did you see when you looked at the Skein? Yes, it showed me the same. A place where Ithelia used her power. I doubt she is still on Nirn. The Skein presents us with a strange puzzle that we must solve. When you saw Ithelia with Vargas in Miskarkand, what exactly did she say? A loom. As in a weaving apparatus? Intriguing. As for Ithelia's home, her realm in oblivion was forgotten when she was. No records exist that can point us to Mirrormoor. And the thought of restoring what was lost, I do not like the sound of that. The point to which we must travel to follow Ithelia, I assume. Perhaps we will find a portal to her realm there. Or mayhap there is something we are meant to learn in Wendir. We must trust the Skein. I shall meet you there, Proxy. Curious. This is Fargrave. Did Ithelia come this way to make use of the celestial palanquin? Baragon and Tribune Alea were right behind us, but have not yet appeared. We should confer, Proxy. The portal deposited us in the demiplane of Fargrave. It is a realm without a prince that serves as a crossroad through oblivion. 1,000 doors lead in and out of Fargrave, or so it is said. But the fate of Baragon and the Tribune concerns me. I am not surprised. Many who travel the plains pass through Fargrave. I do not recognize this quarter of the city, though, nor can I explain what happened to our allies. Perhaps it was some effect of Ithelia's presence. The Shardborn are here in force, and in my previous visits I never saw anything like those crystalline growths ahead. I think Ithelia reshaped this part of Fargrave when she came this way, which may have affected our portal too. That is one possibility, but another occurs to me now. The true origins of Fargrave are lost. You said Ithelia intended to return home. I wonder if this was her realm before she was forgotten. A mere conjecture. But if this lost quarter of Fargrave was once part of Ithelia's realm, it has fallen into ruin during her long absence. Well, we will not find our allies or the answers we seek standing here. Let us continue. These crystals definitely signal Ithelia's presence. The crystal grows more prominent, as if Mirrormoor follows in its prince's wake. The currents of fate shall revitalize.
There you are! We were separated in the portal somehow. There's a door up here too. We'll meet you on the other side.
Beware! Marshal Vargas is above you! Rock, stay close.
You dare trespass in Mirrormoor, in the very heart of our power! I banish you to the many paths, never to return!
Vargas banished our allies into the many paths. He took everything I had just to shield us. Baragon and Tribune Ithelia are beyond our help for now. We must go on without them. I am sorry, Proxy. I tried to shield our companions, but I could not. It took all the strength I could muster to prevent us from being banished along with them. It seems Shard Marshal Vargas is much more powerful than when we last faced her. Yes, Baragon and Tribune Ithelia ceased to be real to us, and became real somewhere else. That is the nature of the many paths, and a terrifying example of how the ability to navigate them can be misused. Perhaps, but only if we can find a point of connection in this plane. Shard Marshal Vargas must have hurled our allies through physical distance, as well as beyond this reality. They are someplace else. The many paths lead to different possibilities, different realities. There is no way to know where Vargas sent them. Our best bet is to continue on. Perhaps we shall locate a connection where the lamp can be used. The threads of fate surrounding Fargrave are infernal.
What you seek is here. The loom of the Untraveled road. I have no idea what it is, but I am certain it's important.
You can stare at the sealed portal until you go mad, Vargas. I go in search of my missing memories.
The memory of Torvasard and Vargas before they recovered what had been forgotten. Let us talk. I almost feel sorry for Ithelia's scions. To exist for millennia, tormented by the sense they were missing something, and could not find their purpose. The loom of the Untraveled road. That must be the loom Ithelia spoke of in Miskarkand. Indeed. Clearly the loom of the Untraveled road is an apparatus of great importance. Vargas forgot what it was, yet its existence never ceased to gnaw at her. This is where Ithelia's trail has been leading us. We must find a way to follow. Perhaps there is something more here than our mortal senses can perceive. In this reality, the archway and mirrors have long since lost their power. But in the many paths, that might not be so. Use the lamp of clarity, Proxy. dormant portal. Proxy, we must find a way to activate it. The symbols the Lamp of Clarity revealed above the mirrors are the same as the ones that appear in the portal archway. There is certainly a connection. The runes above the arch and the runes revealed on the mirrors by the Lamp of Clarity are the same. Perhaps activating the mirrors in a specific order is how we can revive the dormant portal and get inside. The symbols in the mirrors match the symbols above the arch. That must indicate something. That did something. Try interacting with more of the mirrors.
Untraveled road fills this place. From its core, I can break the shackles of fate, undo mistakes, unlock possibilities, create new histories.
Ithelia can use the loom to change history. That is how she will restore what was lost.
It's magnificent. But won't some princes see it as a threat?
A threat? This is a gift. The gift of unconstrained choice. The loom will weave a new story for every being. What they choose to be true. All shall benefit.
A wonderful gift indeed, my prince.
Ithelia and Vargas have reached the loom's core. We must reach them before they destroy the reality we know. I am surprised you were not injured, Proxy. Unrolling the skein of secrets appeared to precipitate a reciprocal paroxysm that is, it triggered a backlash, as I am sure you noticed. Indeed. And whatever caused that also completely drained the skein's power. Perhaps Ithelia protected the loom of the Untraveled road against the influences of her rival princes. Or is this some property of the loom itself? I cannot say. Daedric princes are supreme within their own realms. The longer we are delayed, the stronger Ithelia grows. In fact, the next defense we trigger may be more dangerous. I do not think it would be wise to use Abolisher here. I have witnessed enough of Ithelia's realm to feel the power flowing through it. I believe I can use my portal magic to proceed deeper into the loom, perhaps even reach its core. As long as Ithelia does not sense our approach, we should be fine. Hurry now. The portal I opened should carry us as far as the loom's core.
Ithelia does not wish to be disturbed. Rot in the very prison that held her for all those eons.
Vargas diverted my portal. She trapped us in Ithelia's prison.
This is how it must be,
Echonia.
Ithelia. For the sake of reality, you cannot walk free.
You cannot contain me forevermore. In time, I will escape this cell.
No fate that I foresee results in your freedom. I am sorry, Ithelia, but I do this to preserve reality.
Hermaeus Mora could not predict what he could not perceive. Ithelia's scions, the unseen. Come, we must find a way to escape. The lamp still functions, and it revealed a path. We should follow its guidance. Feel the current.
Shard Marshal Vargas sent us somewhere. The Fargrave we were exploring faded away. I suddenly found myself in another version of our reality. A mirror world. Dark and empty, full of soul-crushing dread. Like an iron fist around my heart. I don't know how else to explain it. Whatever part of the many paths I was hurled into, it was a dark reflection of our reality. Timeless, empty. Not a world made of mirrors, but the world you see in a mirror. Am I making any sense? I don't know. I never saw her after Vargas cast a spell. She might have been in the world I was trapped in, or she could be anywhere. On the other side, mirrors are like windows. You can see through them, but that's all. I waited here and hoped. These were the only mirrors I found. I couldn't pass through until you used the lamp. I'm not sure there's a way out of the many paths without some sort of help. Let's stay in this reality, friend. I think we can reach the end of the maze from here.
If there is no escape by the road Baragon followed, we must continue on. Lead the way, Crimson. Let's face renew your vigor.
Can you hear me? Get me out of here! I thought I was never going to get out of there.
The lamp. Its power is gone. At least we saved Tribuna Leia. Now that we are together again, let us find an exit from this place. Look, an anomaly like the one we observed at Wendia. We must try abolish her, no matter the risk. It worked, and the Abolisher appears unaffected for now. Let us leave this place.
What in the name of all the divines is that thing?
A Daedric apparatus of unimaginable. We must find our way to the loom's core and destroy that infernal
I see
machine.
Ithelia, Shard Marshal Vargas, and Torvasart down there.
What are we waiting for then? Let's finish this.
Now I can undo my long imprisonment. Make it so I was never forgotten. I can find a past in which the princes and I were never in conflict.
Let the thread of fate seal your strength.
I shall weave it into this reality.
Now, give them no quarter!
Watch out! The Shard Marshal's waiting for us!
Defeat Shard Marshal Vargas so we can reach the loom.
Vargas is shielded, friend! Use a bulletin to destroy the portal!
Let fate renew your vigor. Abolisher to destroy the loom.
Leave this place.
I am the last tomorrow, the Unweaver. I am filled with the power of the many parts. Come, Tovisard, away!
You did it, friend. But what's happening to Ithelia?
Ithelia has become something else.
Abolisher is depleted, but it did its job. The loom has been destroyed. I shall open an exit. Let us leave this place.
Good to see you, comrade. Baragon's waiting for you in the relic room.
Hello, friend. Put the relics in the case, please. They may be powerless now, but we shouldn't forget the part they played in all this. I'm not sure I want to keep those in my house forever, but that's good for now. Let's talk. I know losing the use of the relics is bad, but at least we destroyed the loom and stopped Ithelia from changing our reality. You know, I can't even conceive of what that actually means. But now that we're back in Westweald, on to local matters. I convinced Count Calantius and Greenspeaker Derelith to sit down and talk. They're finally ready to discuss stabilizing relations between Skingrad and Vashabar. I offered my home as a private venue for their meeting. They also want to speak to you. Don't look so surprised. You're a hero! You brought down Nantharion and defeated Shard Marshal Vargas. Yes, there are Recollection and Shard-born stragglers to deal with, but you earned the trust of both Wood Elves and the Colovians through your actions. They're waiting for you out in the hall. I don't know what exactly they want to talk about, but it probably wouldn't hurt to remind them that friends make better neighbors than enemies.
Traveller, we hope to see you here. I'm told you killed King Nantharion beneath Vashabar's very roots. I know he had to be stopped, yet the tragedy will haunt me. He started with a great vision before he wandered onto dark paths. Vashabar is done with kings, but I can speak for the people of Dawnwood. It falls to me to make good on the obligation Nantharion left us. We must try to make amends for the damage he inflicted on Westweald. You and Tribune Ithelia showed us what's possible when we accept a little help. We can't give back what Nantharion has taken, but we can promise to be good neighbours going forward. And we will not advance beyond Dawnwood. That is all we need. If we find any more Wildburn seeds, we will destroy them. As for the area of devastation, our Greenspeakers shall attempt to repair the damage and restore the land. It will take time, but nature will heal. It always does.
Tribune Ithelia has spoken at length about you and enthralled me with tales of your exploits on behalf of Westweald. And to think you're not even a native of Skingrad or Vashabar. I hope it isn't too late for us to learn something from your example. It will not be easy to overcome the distrust the Recollection sowed between Colovians and Wood Elves. But thanks to your valiant defense of Westweald, I think I can convince my people to see the opportunities here, not just the threats. For my part, yes. Of course, I must persuade some nobles and landowners to part with abandoned estates they can no longer return to, but I want to see the new forest held by allies of Skingrad, not left empty to be overrun by monsters and outlaws. I spend a lot of coin to buy land, and with that land I secure a treaty of cooperation with our new neighbors. I thank you, hero, You aided Westweald in our time of need. Wherever your journey leads next, Skingrad is forever in your debt.
Nantharian betrayed all we hold sacred, Count Calantius. And he has paid for his crimes with his life.
I want no war with Vashabar, but Nantharian left Ostermere in ruins and killed our people.
We cannot return Dawnwood to the seed it sprang from, but we too seek peace. We shall do everything we can to prove ourselves friends and allies to the Weald.
Through all we faced, it wasn't until I was lost in the many paths that I realized the true danger to the Weald. I think you saved everything when you destroyed the loom of the Untraveled road. Of course, Ithelia is still out there, somewhere. That's tomorrow's problem, friend. You stopped the recollection, and you held back the forces of Mirrormoor. The people of Westweald can handle what's left of Ithelia's servants. We're free to find our own way forward now. Thanks to you.